Hi guys, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Today we are gonna go and drop off some blind dates with a book. For those of you that don't know, I own a used pop-up bookstore and I go to markets around where I live, and a fellow vendor came by on Thursday to my last market and asked if I would make a blind date for his wife for him. And of course I said yes. So I'm gonna go to a market that he's at today and drop that off. And he sells coffee. He is like the best coffee vendor I've ever had. I wish they had a store because I love their coffee so much. But I wanted to show you guys the little blind date that I got for him. I did 2 books. Normally my blind dates are just 1 book, but he's really nice. He gives me free coffee and I figured I would do 2. Plus, he told me like some stuff that his wife likes, and I thought that she would like these books. So the first one is In 5 Years, and this one is Daisy Jones and the Six. So I tied them together, but the back one does have little stuff, not as much as the front, but it does have like a little book bingo and a business card that's also a bookmark and a sticker. And then the front just has like the blurb for the book, little bow, tabs, some stickers, a bookmark, some sticker review tabs, and a highlighter. And he said her favorite color is purple, so I just tried to pick out some purple things, but super cute. So we're gonna go and do that. Sunday evening, and I started filming this vlog Saturday morning. So it hasn't been too long since I've updated you guys, but I mainly just did like B-roll kind of footage. So I wanted to kind of give an update on what I've been reading and what I've been doing. So yesterday I mainly just went Christmas shopping, finished up all of the gifts, wrapped everything, and that's why I didn't really film anything, because I don't know, maybe people find that interesting, but I didn't want to like record every single thing I was doing. I went to the mall, I went to a market, I went to Target, I did like a bunch of shopping and stuff, and I'm not that comfortable filming in public like that. So I wanted to just kind of give a recap of everything that I have been reading. So I've been reading Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. I did not know, or I didn't realize, because I'm really bad with, which is terrible, but I'm really bad at looking at the authors of books. I don't know, I've gotten better since I've started doing social media and stuff like that. I've gotten better at it, but I was not good at doing it before. So I started Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison maybe 2 years ago, somewhere around there, or maybe even longer. I feel like I was reading that back when I lived in my apartment, and I lived in my RV now for like 3 years. So it's been a while. I DNF'd it. I did not like it, and I didn't realize that B.K. Borison had written that book. I picked up Good Spirits, and I picked it up, started reading it, and then realized that she wrote Love Light Farms. But I actually am really enjoying this book. I'm only 109 pages in. I haven't gotten that far just because, I don't know, I haven't had a lot of time to like just sit down and actually read for long periods of time. So I've just kind of been making my way through this one in the evenings before I go to bed. So it's taking me a little while, but I'm okay as long as I finish it by the end of December, which is kind of why I'm giving this update, because as of today, it's the 21st, and I have 10 days. I have read 95 books this year, which is already the most books I've ever read in an entire calendar year. I am extremely proud of myself for doing that, but I know myself And for no other reason than for me, I want to get to 100 books, because I know that if I don't, I'm always going to be like, I could have done it. I should have done it. Like, So I'm going to try and get to 100 books in the next 10 days. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do that. So I need to finish this by the 31st. And then I have been reading this book for a long time, kind of. I started it a while ago, a few months ago, because I knew it was going to take me a while. And then I just started reading a bunch of other things. I don't know. So that book is The Name of the Wind. So I started reading this for my boyfriend for Christmas. I've been tabbing it, and I started annotating it. But it was taking me a really long time because this is the special edition with like pictures and stuff in it, and I didn't want to actually write in it, so I was using translucent sticky notes, but the sticky notes are so big that I was like cutting them and then putting them in the book and then writing on the sticky note, and it was taking me a really long time. So I stopped reading this for like literally a month, and I just now picked it up like a day or two ago. And now I have like 4 days to read this. Well, actually, I have less than 4 days because it's 21st. So I am less than halfway through this book. I'm almost halfway, not quite halfway. I'm doing an immersive read, so I'm listening to the audio while I'm like reading it and following along. And I have about 8 hours left on the audio. So I know I can finish it before Christmas, but that is like the main priority. Obviously, I need to finish this by the 25th. So that's my goal. And this video comes out on Christmas on the 25th, so I am okay with showing this in the video because my boyfriend watches all of my videos, or so he says. So I feel comfortable, talking about this now because this video will come out on Wednesday or Friday. I don't know. I'm trying to post more on Wednesdays, but we'll see how it goes. So that's what I've been doing. I've been reading this. I'm on chapter 41, which in this edition is page 285. So far, I'm really enjoying it. And I don't want to say that I hate to say that because I don't ever want to like hate loving a book. It's just that my boyfriend has been wanting me to read this book literally since I met him, and I've met him and have known him for like just over 3 years now. So yeah, for over 3 years, he's been wanting me to read this book. And I did not get into high fantasy until this year, and I started with The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, the Stormlight Archive series, which is crazy. I know that that's the first book that I read in the high fantasy world. And honestly, I don't even know if I would consider The Name of the Wind high fantasy. It's just that it's long, but it's super easy to read. It's super digestible. I feel like anyone could like really read it. It's told from one POV, and it's literally told like as a story. Like that's the whole point, is that this guy is telling a story. So it's super easy to follow along. It's just long. So I think maybe that's why people find it intimidating, and it is a bit of an older book. So I don't know if that's why people categorize it as more like high fantasy, but I didn't think I was gonna like it. Every time we talked about it, I was just like, yeah, it sounds really boring. This guy is telling a story. Why would I want to hear that? But I decided for Christmas, because I never know what to get him for Christmas, or any gift. He's like the hardest person to shop for, worse than my mom, and she's really hard to shop for. I figured I would read it for him and annotate it and tab it and whatever, so he actually like knew that I read it and immerse myself in the story. So yeah, I'm really liking it. Like I said, it's really digestible, super easy to read, and I'm really enjoying the characters. Our main character, Koff or something like that, I don't know, it's kind of hard to pronounce. He's really entertaining. He's really fun, and I don't know, I just really like it, and I did not expect that. There are some characters in here that I love, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna see them again, not because like I'm worried they're gonna die, which I really hope they don't, but I just don't know if I'm ever gonna see them again because this kid, like the main character, he's like traveling and like doing different things and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I'm like connecting to characters I didn't think I would connect with, and I'm really, really liking it. So yeah, he's gonna be telling me for forever, I told you so. But he also doesn't, my boyfriend doesn't read the books that I tell him to read that I think he'll really enjoy. So hopefully this will be a learning lesson for both of us, because he finally started reading Dungeon Crawler Carl and is loving it. He's on book 5, I think. Pretty sure he's on book 5 or book 4, I'm sorry, on book 4, and then we're gonna read book 5 together. I'm probably gonna do audio, he'll like read it physically, but yeah, he's loving it. And I really want him to read Red Rising and The Way of Kings and the Sun Eater series, and yeah, so hopefully me reading this, he'll read other books that I suggest to him. But anyway, that is the second update that I have in terms of what I'm reading. And then to help myself get more books in, I don't like to do this, but again, I know myself, and I know that if I got this close to 100 books and I didn't hit it, I would just be like kicking myself all next year. And then next year I would want to be trying to get to 100. And next year I mean, not that I feel pressure or like it's a chore to read, because I absolutely don't, but I really want to slow down with my reading. I really want to sit down and really just absorb and like sit in these stories, where this year I feel like I like read something, loved it, put it aside, and picked up the next one. And I just really want to just take it really slow next year. So I know that if I don't hit the 100 this year, I'm gonna have that feeling of trying to hit it next year, and I don't want that. So with all that being said, I am currently reading a small book, and I have 2 others lined up. So I'm currently reading Bunnicula, and it's really cute. It's less than 100 pages. It's technically a children's story, and there are pictures in it and stuff. So I know I'll be able to finish this probably tonight. But yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. This is the 40th anniversary edition, and I read like the author's note at the front, and it's so cute and honestly kind of sad. James Howie, his wife and him kind of came up with this idea, and she passed away from cancer before it officially got published. And yeah, he just kind of talked about that at the beginning, and I really enjoyed that little piece. But then the book is told from the perspective of a dog, like the family's dog and their cat, and they kind of like think something weird is happening with this bunny that the family finds and brings home. And right now I am just about 30 pages in, and the cat is telling the dog its findings. It's like been staying up at night to watch the bunny, and it's now kind of giving all that info to the dog. And yeah, it's really cute, and I hopefully will be able to finish it tonight. But yeah, so it'll be 3 books, and then that will leave me with 2 other books, and I'm sure I'll have an audiobook that I'll listen to over this next couple of days. So that will be 4 books, and then I just need to get 1 more in, and I'll have hit my 100, and that will be the most books I've ever read. I mean, anything over, I want to say 75, I think, was my highest up until this year. So yeah, like I said, I'm already like very proud of myself for reading 95 books, but I know myself, and if I don't hit that 100, I'm gonna be kicking myself. So that is my goal, and that is what I'm trying to do over the next 10 days. So wish me luck. Anyway, I just wanted to update you guys, because this video was not going to be really much of anything other than like a handful of B-roll clips. So I wanted to kind of sit down and just do a couple of updates with you guys. With that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like seeing content from me. And let me know what your reading goal for the year is this year, like your biggest goal. It doesn't have to be like the number of books, but if you wanted to read more classics, or if you wanted to, I don't know, read more books over 500 pages, or whatever it was, whatever your biggest goal was, or your, the goal that brought you the most joy, leave it down below. So don't forget to drop your comment, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.